Welcome to some videos about TraceTask, a mobile workforce solution. More information can be found at tracetask.net or on our YouTube channel.
TraceTask is an entry into the world of mobile workforce information systems. And the best thing is that getting started is absolutely free. TraceTask can be used to prove to customers and managers the before and after situation of the work that you do. A simple example is a self-employed window cleaner proving she has been to a particular property and cleaned the windows. TraceTask makes justifying the costs of the work due to filthy window frames a piece of cake. You have the evidence to back your claims where things get a bit tricky. TraceTask captures text, geolocation, photographs, QR codes, and emails, tasks, and all the steps to whomever you choose. To begin with, let's mention the larger organisations and how TraceTask may help you break into bigger contracts. Here are examples of 3 industry sectors. To begin with, let's consider the social housing organisations in the UK, who can typically manage 20 or 30,000 houses or properties. Facilities management of a chain of hotels across the USA is another real example. And global manufacturing companies with business units across the world need to manage and maintain their factories, offices, grounds and boundaries, and all of their assets secure 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They all have in common a need to keep the costs of running their assets at minimum costs. They will all have a dedicated workforce, including people who need to be mobile and who need to travel to complete the work that they do. And they will all have contractors that help with peaks in demand, including specialists who come and go as required. Demand of work needs to be managed to keep costs down and efficiencies high. They have integrated systems in place that link together their accounts, work planning, job definition and job tracking. The savvy companies download tasks to an operative's mobile, and each step and each task is tracked in an efficient way. Customers complain about the cost of implementing these systems, but never, at least not that I know of, sign up to a risk-reward contract where they share the cost savings over time with the supplier. The point is that there are very significant savings to be made. Other companies are doing it. Don't get left behind. Simples. In the UK, obtaining gas safety confirmation involves filling out many pages of a complex form. The market leader of mobile workforce solutions presents the questions from the forms in a structured way. At the end of the process, out pops a legal gas certificate. All the information associated with the gas certificate is stored away efficiently onto servers with some very smart integration. Earlier versions of gas certificates can be viewed. The mobile workforce app handles all the information and posts the information back to the servers. The app also handles all of the what-if situations like nobody at home, safety concerns, complex gas flues and so on. But what happens if a gas engineer finds something absolutely peculiar, like a house with gas lights running around an office walls inside the plaster? Let's be clear. TraceTask does not provide this level of complexity that is required for gas safety confirmation, but TraceTask could be used to support complex processes where extra flexibility is required. But hang on a minute. What if you're a smaller company who wants to work for the bigger companies? You could be a specialist in some field, such as a company managing insect infestations at a facility. Smaller companies are unlikely to afford complex systems. TraceTask captures task information in a file and sends the file via an email to anyone you choose. Larger organisations can route TraceTask emails to an email folder for automatic processing into their systems. The idea of TraceTask is to get small companies onto the first rung of a very tall ladder. It's free, so where is the risk? Finally, if you work directly with the public, then you can use TraceTask as a record of the work you do as you do it. Examples are one-person building services, grounds maintenance, machine maintenance, yoga teacher, mobile physiotherapist, mobile hairdresser, and all the other professions we haven't mentioned. After all, Small companies provide security for any economy, so why not help the small business owner with TraceTask? That's the idea. Simply install TraceTask onto your Android device, review the tracetask.net website, and you will be away. When applying for work to large organisations, isn't it a good idea to put a link to tracetask.net on your CV, LinkedIn, website, or tender? Large organisations will, at least in time, see that you understand why contributing to their highly available quality data is so important to their organisation. Aren't they going to prefer to work with people and suppliers who make the effort to collaborate? I think so. It's free. Let's be really clear, the TraceTask mobile application is free. Other developments as we go along may be chargeable. Let's see.